be reading another excerpt from The Power Brain, the 5 Steps to Upgrading Your Brain Operating System by Ilchi Lee. I found a very interesting excerpt about our senses. Through our senses, we can accept signals coming from the world around us, recognize them as information, and respond appropriately. Without the senses, the brain could make no judgments at all. The development of our senses is particularly significant for maintaining a healthy brain and enhancing brain function. The brain's highest cognitive function is concentration. When it focuses its attention in one place. Concentration is what makes all of our high-level actions possible. From language acquisition to creative work to performance. In the cerebrum, the prefrontal lobe handles concentration. This spot has to be as empty of extraneous thoughts as possible for someone to be able to respond appropriately to changes or stimuli in a new environment. It's easy to make mistakes when this area is filled with the noise of random thoughts. Distracted people often make mistakes, like breaking a dish or missing a ball thrown at them, taking a false step, or giving an off-the-wall answer. The brain has limited capacity for short-term memory. A common example is failing to remember a telephone number we've just heard unless we quickly write it down. Superficially, this characteristic seems inconvenient and unhelpful, but in fact, that isn't the case at all. Such short-term memories aren't retained unless we hold on to them through concentration. If we try to hold on to them, we can't perform other work requiring concentration. It's like having too many applications loaded on your computer when you're using it. The system can crash. You've probably experienced a computer slowing down in such a situation, just as you've probably experienced your brain being overwhelmed with too much information. So the brain doesn't permit information to remain in the prefrontal lobes any longer than necessary. But if your brain is constantly exposed to external sensory stimuli, you'll have that yourself off from outside sensations. You need to create a free space in your brain's prefrontal lobes. The first sensory training in brain education, called brain sensitizing, teaches you how to reduce the inflow of sensations. It's a simple exercise that anyone can do. Simply take a moment during the day and find a quiet space for meditation. Close your eyes and feel your breath, like freeing up memory on a computer. This easy meditation cleans the residue of previous information from the prefrontal lobes. The second form of sensory training is developing the sensitivity of your five senses. Sensitivity of this sort increases with focus, and new senses also develop. We think that we see with our eyes. Hear with our ears, taste with our tongue, and feel texture with our fingers. But all of these senses actually arise in the brain. The eyes, ears, tongue, and fingers simply gather information for the brain to process. We can see, hear, and feel because our brains interpret the information delivered through our sensory nerves. When we felt something new, it means that both domains, our five sensory organs and our brains, are awake. That's why sensitizing the body also awakens and activates the brain. It's also possible to further develop our five senses through concentration. The energy sense, however, involves developing a completely new kind of sense, what you could call a sixth sense. New parts of the brain awaken when we feel energy flowing in our bodies. In images taken of the brain, the parts activated during energy sensitivity exercises are quite different from those activated during normal concentration. Virtually the entire brain is activated when we concentrate awareness and feel the sense of energy throughout our bodies. By concentrating on the feeling of energy, we make it possible for our brains to perceive reading made me thirsty. Let's see how this sounds. This is a really cool water bottle that I found the other day. It has an amethyst crystal inside, so basically it infuses your water with the crystal. And amethyst crystals are known for helping you connect more to the spiritual worlds and activating the crown chakra more. So this whole water is amethyst crystal infused. These videos are great to listen to before you go to sleep to calm your brainwaves down. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time on ASMR Brain Wisdom.